In the last video, we went over everything we have been given so far about the potential Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, and in this video we will go over everything on the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater remake that is reportedly in development. So, at the beginning of the year, Konami producer Noriaki Okamura teased the future of Konami for 2023. He uses the word long awaited when it comes to 2023, and that 2023 will be the year of many announcements. Now, there are two franchises that are long awaited, one being Castlevania and the other being Metal Gear Solid. Now, we are just going to be discussing the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, but we will need to be addressing some of the rumored versions of Metal Gear, also rumored to get an announcement this year or in the future. So, let's talk about the first big piece of juice in regard to the Metal Gear Solid remake. So on October 10th, 2021, according to VGC, Virtuos employee confirms an unannounced remake amid Metal Gear Solid 3 reports. The Chinese firm is working on an unannounced AAA action-adventure game remake. An employee at Chinese studio Virtuos has confirmed it's working on an unannounced AAA action-adventure game remake following VGC's report that it's been handed the Metal Gear Solid license. As spotted by VGC reader Faizan Sheikh, Virtuos leader programmer Jiang Li mentions the unannounced game on his LinkedIn profile and claims to have worked on it since October 2018. According to his description, the remake will feature AAA quality level art, 4K graphics and set piece destruction. Lee also makes references to multiple platforms in his description of the project. Now, if we move slightly further into the future, according to The Gamer on November 11, 2022, Virtuos lists Konami as a recent client, strengthening rumors of a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake. Virtuos, the studio that is rumored to be working on a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, has included Konami as one of its recent clients on its website, strengthening those rumors. It's been rumored for some time now that Konami is looking to both remaster and remake the original Metal Gear Solid trilogy, although it's been suggested that it will be starting with the third game, Snake Eater, presumably because it takes place before Metal Gear Solid and Metal Gear Solid 2. One of the rumors regarding the remake is that Virtuos, a Chinese studio known for support work, will be the team working on it. To add even more fuel to the fire, Insider Gaming reports that the website also lists that Virtuos has had experience with the Fox engine, which is Konami's in-house engine used for Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, and some of the more recent PES titles, which is PES, the football game, I think it's called eFootball, which is a free-to-play game on the systems. It's not certain that a remake of Snake Eater would use the Fox engine, but it would certainly make sense considering it's already been used for 2 Metal Gear games so far. So that in itself, I just feel like this is true. I feel like Virtuos is the studio. They literally have Konami as a client. There's been a lot of evidence for it, and here's another piece of evidence with Virtuos uploading a recruitment video to their YouTube channel and showed an artist with a Metal Gear Solid art book and concept art, which is just too much for it to be a coincidence. It's called The Art of Metal Gear Solid, or The Art of Metal Gear, that's the book. So right now it does seem to me that Virtuos may be the ones who are creating a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, and if the reports of the last video are true, we will be getting both Metal Gear Solid 1 and 3 remakes hopefully very soon, or at least an announcement of them at the next PlayStation Showcase. I would also assume that they would release within 1 to 2 years of each other and not very close to each other. So I don't think we're going to be getting 2 in 1 year, as this could really flesh out some of the future game lineups for Sony's future PS5 upcoming titles. And speaking of Sony's upcoming games, we may be getting a Metal Gear Solid 3 reveal at the PlayStation Showcase this year, which according to Jeff Grubb will be in May 2023, and we are right now the second day as of recording in May 2023. According to PushSquare.com, Konami's Metal Gear Solid 3 remake reportedly out next year, which is 2024. The rumored remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is a 2024 game, according to VGC's Andy Robinson. The rumored remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater is a 2024 game, according to VGC's Andy Robinson. Today, the editor tweeted out that alongside the remake, re-releases or remasters of other Metal Gear Solid titles are also still on the table. And the last time Robinson heard anything about Konami's plans, it was said that the E3 window is when the publisher plans to make these projects public. So we know E3 was cancelled, and a majority of these companies like Xbox, PlayStation, Ubisoft have got their own presentations now. So we're in that kind of E3 window, and we know, I think, according to the reports with Jeff Grubb, the PlayStation 1 wants to be before everything. So that's why it's targeting that May 2023 press conference. So here's what Andy Robinson's tweet has to say. Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake is now a 2024 title, and there's still talk of a Metal Gear Solid re-release of some kind. E3 window was their marketing plan last I heard. So potential release of 2024 is possible, but I don't think there will be 2 Metal Gear Solid games in 1 year again. And it looks like they are going to be doing Metal Gear Solid 3 first, as it was set before 1 and 2. So perhaps we will get the announcement of both of them at the PlayStation Showcase, as it's rumored to be the better than any showcase from Sony E3 in the past, which of course I believe it when I see it. I can't just believe that rumor, I have to see how good it really is, because you get those hype, you get a lot of that hype kind of stuff beforehand, and a lot of times these conferences do disappoint because the hype was too big. So don't get your expectations too high. We may get a release of the third game first in 2024, and then perhaps Metal Gear Solid 1 Remake in 2025, which would make sense. Another massive tease comes from a voice actor. From Eurogamer.net on April 15, 2023, Metal Gear Solid voice actor and vocalist Donna Burke has Metal Gear fans once again hoping that a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake may be on the way. Burke shared a photo of herself at work today with 3 simple words: recording in progress. But it's the accompanying photo of herself that's garnered the most attention. Further tweets in which Burke writes, "Nothing beats working with good people. Nothing. Thanks for today, Mason Lieberman, who is the director and the composer, and Yusuke Mori, the engineer, and Tomomi Ura," which just states EA, have also set tongues wagging as Eagle Eye fans are convinced that the accompanying programs include a sheet of the lyrics from Snake Eater's main theme. However, composer Mason Lieberman debunks the idea of it being a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, but something Snake Eater related. I have no idea what this could be. So Mason Lieberman, as you can see in the tweet, he's basically saying it's definitely not Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, but it could be, in my opinion, a graphic novel. Something that may be included in the collector's edition or special edition or a digital soundtrack. They may not be necessarily working on the game, but perhaps some extra products or pieces of media outside of the game. Maybe something that you can buy on the Konami website, the Konami store, something like that. Maybe something along those lines, but it's definitely Snake Eater related, which is the very interesting thing. So what really gives all these teases, rumors and leaks of the Metal Gear Solid series returning validity with remakes is because Konami have shown with the Silent Hill stream last year that they want to revitalize their franchises that they haven't paid attention to for years. The last Metal Gear franchise release was in 2018 with the appalling Metal Gear Survive, and now there are teasers for not only a Metal Gear Solid 1 remake and a Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, but also remasters of the entire series, including Metal Gear Solid 4 Sons of the Patriots to PS5. But we will talk about those rumors in a separate video, so stay tuned and watch the Metal Gear Solid 1 remake video, which I'll leave in the links and comments, are in the corner and in the description. We may be able to play everything in this series on one console very soon, just like how we can play every single Final Fantasy game on PlayStation, including Final Fantasy 16, the new one that's coming out. I'm pretty sure you can play every single Final Fantasy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but now they've just released that Pixel remaster, which is Final Fantasy 1 to 6. I'm sure you can play 7 with the remake, 7 the original, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now you'll be able to play 16 on PS5 and then soon on the Xbox, because I'm sure it's just a timed limited exclusive. I think that this is what Konami want to do now, have us be able to play all their Metal Gear games. Hopefully we will get some potential treatment, this kind of potential treatment for Castlevania as well, like those PS3 games. I really want those on PlayStation 5 too. And Silent Hill has already come with a bang last year, and apparently there's even 2 more Silent Hill games that weren't actually shown off at that last year's showcase that are in development too. So the dream of Konami finally bringing back these franchises is alive, baby. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out, God bless. Go ahead and watch my Metal Gear Solid showcase video. I'll leave that in the description and comments as well, along with my last video of Metal Gear Solid 1 Remake. I wanted to put all of that into one video, so you can go ahead and watch that. And I'll also be doing the remaster section, the Metal Gear Solid remasters of the series in a separate video as well. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Go ahead, subscribe if you want to keep up to date, and thank you so much for watching. Peace out, God bless, and I'll see you in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.